Okay. Hi. Hola. So my question is, are you trying to prove that you're this accomplished, great, wonderful, professional artist, for example, or it could be in any other area of your life, and you're so set out to prove to everyone that your art is worth buying, or what you're doing is worth buying, that you're kind of losing your own playfulness or the sense why you started doing this in the first place. And I think that can be a really tricky one, because we live in a society that seems to be based on that you have to prove yourself. There's not a lot of trust given unless you prove yourself. And I think there are some professions where it's clearly very good that you do have to prove yourself, as a doctor, for example, or somebody who's operating and whatnot. So I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. But I do believe when it comes to creativity and we get too much hung up on proving how professional and great we are, that it can mess with being daring and taking a risk, or being a little bit more experimental with trying things out we didn't dare to try out before. Unless you're a personality that thrives on being super ambitious and thrives on proving yourself, then maybe this is not the case. But if you're anything more like me, I guess, then it can seriously mess up the sense of playfulness, as I've said, and also, why you did do this in the first place. You might be more hung up on how many people are following you and what kind of pictures you should be showing, and so on and so forth, and more hung up on what you think or believe what people want. And I just think it's a big risk of losing who you are as an artist. And we change continuously, and most of the people I know, fellow artists, fellow creatives, we create because we have to, in a way, because there's so much inside of us we really want to express, and we want to put it into something beautiful, something that relates to others. It's like our language of our soul, and if we don't do it, we'll somehow suffer in some way, shape or form. Maybe we just don't feel so good anymore. At least that's how I feel. So I think it can be very tricky when it's, on the one hand, something, it's our passion, it's our soul's calling, however you want to call it. But then if it's then mixed up with that wanting to make a living with it as well, it can become very, very taxing. But even if that's the case, I believe it I don't know, I just believe that original art, and art that really is you, where people really can feel this is you are expressing yourself, you are taking a risk. I think that in the long run, if you have the patience and the perseverance, will have more success. Maybe not in the short run. Maybe in the short run everyone wants to buy the landscapes and the sea images and stuff. But if it's about really making an impact on the world as you as an individual, unique artist, then I think it's actually necessary to keep on tapping into our playfulness, to keep on taking risks, to keep on being daring. And if it feels too dangerous to do that, we still can, for example, sell the landscapes, but have a side project just for ourselves, where we allow ourselves to experiment more and to be more playful. And what it boils down to, I think, is the message: we shouldn't be so concerned about being professional or accomplished or appearing that way, but actually really exercising our skill and just really experimenting, trying out new things that delight ourselves, that we have fun with, because there's a good chance that if we are delighted, other people will be delighted too, and you get to discover new things about yourself and your own creativity. I think we have to be careful not to get stuck in the box of having to appear professional or having to prove something. So I would love to hear what you think about this. It's a very easy one to get stuck into. So let me know your thoughts on this. This is Anja. Join me on the journey from hiding to thriving as a multifaceted artist. Have a good day. Take good care. Bye-bye.